I'm going to talk about a common topic that mothers and women bring to my attention and ask me a lot. Why is it that I have trouble losing weight? And why is it when I do lose weight, I just regain that weight? So, weight loss and yo yo dieting is a common problem that I hear from lots of mothers. I'm Dr. Ellen, and I'm going to talk about some of the reasons why so that we can understand the science behind them and some of the solutions that are based on the science that can help us learn to lose weight sustainably and stop the yo yo dieting. So, the first thing I want to tell you about it is that a common comment that I hear from women is they'll tell me, I'm on a diet, I'm eating fewer calories, I'm exercising. Why is it I haven't lost an ounce? And the reason, an important fact to know about the fat burning process in the body is it's not a mathematical formula that's pure. Calories in, exercise, results, numbers. It's not like a mathematical system like you might have been led to believe. And most weight loss programs focus on strictly on what you're eating, calories in, exercise, calories burned. But it's not that simple. And one way of realizing that is most of us know of somebody who we know in our lives, people who could eat whatever they eat so much and calories, and they're always slim. They always stay slim. And then we know people who try so hard and will go on these crash diets where they're hungry and they're still not losing weight. So it's not a mathematical formula. And if you can learn about the process, and I'm going to tell you some hacks and some principles about the weight loss system in our bodies that science has revealed, I think it's going to help understand how to make weight loss more sustainable. So, the weight loss system in our body the calories don't automatically go into the weight loss system. And I like referring to it as the key to the weight loss furnace or fireplace where the calories are burned. And so the calories don't automatically get into that process. They need to get in there. But if that key is locked, then they don't get in there. And instead of those calories being burned, they're sustained on your body instead of being burned. And that's why that sometimes happens, even when you try to lose weight and you try these diet programs and you cut your calories, you still may not lose weight because there are other factors that affect the fat burning furnace, that fireplace. And if you're in a situation where that key is locked and your calories can't get into it, then you're not going to lose weight. So that's an important fact to know. The other important thing that I want to bring to your attention is that in order for a weight loss program to have sustainable results, that program has to have some sustainability itself. And what I mean by that is if you use your program and you get to your goal and then you stop doing everything you did to get to your goal and you go back to your old habits of eating and exercising or not, but you go back to your old habits, there's a good chance that you're going to regain that weight because that weight loss program was not sustainable. And so for the mothers who work with me, I always tell them, I'm never going to urge you or encourage you to do a fad diet or a crash diet or an extreme diet, because those are not sustainable. Or I'll never ask you to do a diet where you're feeling hungry or where you don't like the food. that is given to you, that you're allowed in the weight loss program. Because again, it's not sustainable. It's going to get to a point where you're not going to keep to that type of program. And that's when we find yo-yo dieting, and the weight that you've lost goes back. The other thing that's important to know is the weight burning system of the body has what I call a memory. So, for example, if you've been weighing, I'll just pick a number, 150 pounds for 6 months or a year, and you lose weight, let's say you lose 30 pounds, you get to 120 pounds, your goal, at some point, the body is going to say to itself, you know what? My usual weight is 150, and it's going to lower the metabolism weight. So it's not going to burn as many calories. And that's how you sometimes end up gaining the weight back again also. So again, it's helpful to understand what is going on in the body, how the weight loss system works. And to me, I like to try to figure out how can we outsmart that weight loss system and hack our way to unlock that key. So I mentioned that there are a number of factors that affect the key, and one is stress. So if you're under stress, one of the results is that you have stress hormones in the body, like cortisol. And when you're under stress and there are stress hormones in the body, one of the things that happens is the body prepares itself. The body knows you're under stress, and the body says, we may have a crisis coming up, or an urgency or an emergency where we're going to need energy. So we need to save our calories in our body. We can't burn them. And even if you're eating less and exercising and trying to lose weight, if you're living with a lot of stress, your key to your fat burning furnace or fireplace may be locked. It may not be letting the calories in. So stress is the enemy of weight loss. Now, here's the problem, and I know this is the case for mothers. All mothers are stressed. That is just a way of life now, especially these past 2 years. There's so much stress. When I speak to groups of mothers, as I do, I like to ask questions. How many mothers are feeling this? How many mothers are finding that? And, depending on the question, some people raise their hands. When I ask, how many mothers are feeling you're under stress? Every hand goes up. And if you're a mom and you're watching this, you have my permission to put your hand up, even if you're home alone watching this. Because I know it's stressful handling all the things that are on your plate, home and kids and family and work and community and so many things, and just trying to keep it all going. But if you're living under a lot of stress, your calorie burning mechanism may not be operating, or may not be operating at its best, at its most efficient level. And if you really have a goal to lose weight, just the calories, just the exercise is not going to be the ultimate in getting that key to the fat burning process open. And the other thing I know about mothers is when we have stress triggers in our lives, and that happens more frequently than we'd like. I know a lot of moms tell me if they've had a stressful day and they get home, they end up doing some stress eating or having some comfort foods. And those usually involve more of the unhealthy foods, the high calorie foods, often sweets. So you may have a day where you've done so well during the day, limiting your calories, and then you get home, and I hear moms who tell me, I got home and I opened a bag of potato chips and I just had the whole bag. So some moms end up binging as well. And stress eating is really something that I hear a lot about. So we know more about wanting to find a diet plan, a weight loss plan that is sustainable, something that you can maintain over time. And I do sometimes tell the moms that I work with, we're going to find a good weight loss program, and there are many out there. I'm going to try to find the best one for you, but we're going to try to find one that's sustainable, and we may rev it up a little bit to hasten your weight loss a little bit, but we're not going to make it extremely different from what we're going to want to live on eventually. Because again, we want it to be sustainable. We don't want this to be a temporary weight loss that's just going to result in an uptick on the scale again. So it's important to find the right weight loss program that's the one that will be helpful to you and that you can live with, not one that you find leaves you hungry or dissatisfied or tempted, really tempted to cheat. So that's important. It's also important to remember to stay hydrated, because if you're dehydrated, the key to the weight loss furnace is often closed as well. You want the body operating really well at a good high metabolism. So if you're trying to lose weight, you want a sustainable program, you want to be well hydrated. It helps to have an exercise program, and it's really important to think about lowering your stress. And I know that's the hardest part. And mothers don't usually think about lowering stress as being part of a weight loss program. So I hope I explained it in a way that you understand that it really is essential. It's not just an idea, but it's essential because it's really part of what goes on in the body. So the good news is that lots of mothers have been asking me to share a program that I use with mothers who work with me. And I call it my Mind Body Weight Loss Program. So we don't just talk about calories or food, although we do talk somewhat about that. We don't just talk about exercise and your activity level, but we spend a lot of time talking about hacks to lower your stress and steps, concrete, specific steps that you can take to lower your stress level. One, to make your life more pleasant and happier. And two, as part of your goal to lose weight and to get into that weight loss mechanism in the body. So if you really take this on, you not only get the results to lose weight, but you get a much more pleasant life, coming up with ideas and strategies and actions to lower your stress. And I know a lot of mothers are so used to living with stress, they think, oh, I can't lower my stress. That's just the way it is. That's the way it's supposed to be. But it really isn't. There are so many steps that you can take that are realistic and doable that can lower your stress level, not only to help you lose weight, which may be a reason why you want to do this program, but to make your life more enjoyable and more pleasant. So if you're interested in talking to me about my Body Mind Weight Loss Program, feel free to schedule a phone appointment with me and we can talk a little bit more about that. Or you can email me at ellenwillhelp@gmail.com and I'll be happy to get back to you and we can discuss again how that will work for you. So I hope this is helpful for you. It's such a common complaint that I hear from mothers and women who really want to lose weight. And they're going through all these weight loss programs that they heard about. And really the gist of most of them is calories in, exercise, you should be losing weight. And again, I hope it makes sense to you now that the key is getting the key to the calorie burning fireplace or furnace. So again, let me know if you'd like to speak more about that and how I can help you with that. I don't want to send you on your own and alone, feeling that how are you going to handle stress? So if you'd like to discuss that further, feel free to reach out to me. I have limited slots available, but I do have some. So I'm glad that we discussed this really common issue that so many women want to learn about. If you have any other topics that you'd like me to discuss, feel free to email me again at ellenwillhelp@gmail.com. And each week I put a new video with a different topic. So if you have a topic that you'd like me to address, feel free to email me with a topic, and maybe next week I'll be talking about your topic. I will certainly let you know. I always answer all of my emails. So I'll certainly let you know. And I will be back again next week with a different topic. So until then, be strong, be empowered, and let's talk again soon.